Okay, whatever. I'll do that later. Cool story. Okay. So yeah, I guess welcome to the Half-Life WN scripted with Save Warping tutorial. And yeah, in this tutorial I will assume that you are already able to speedrun scriptless category. So that means you know how to set up the game correctly, you know how to set up BunnyModXT, you already know the root of scriptless category, etc. And if you are new to Half-Life speedrunning, I highly recommend you that you should learn scriptless at first, because it's probably like the best category to start from, because it's probably like the most fun category, and you can easily learn all the basic tricks and techniques. And there are a whole bunch of tutorials for scriptless category, and probably I will link some of them in the description. So yeah, the second assumption is that I assume that you have already watched the Save Warping explanation video, and this one will also be in the description. So yeah, Save Warping is pretty much the visit card of this category. We're gonna use this trick a whole lot. Pretty much the whole run is based on utilizing this trick in its almost maximum form. Okay, so now next thing I want to talk about is that this tutorial is not only the video I'm currently doing right now. I also have a document which I will show you in a second. So yeah, this document is called RTA Save Warping Guide, and the link of course will be in the description, and also I can send the link to the chat, like right now, the Twitch chat. So yeah, I've started working on this document a while ago, and it just basically contains some oops, what was that? Whatever. It just basically contains some general summary of some basic concepts of save warping, which can be applied to like pretty much any save warping category, any game. It contains like a simple tutorial on how to perform your first save warp, how to perform a warp chain, and after that I have a WN volume, which contains currently all the scripted sequences you need. Like if you look at the left, here you have all the scripted sequences that we will use in this category, and after that it contains the root for this category. And the root is basically, here I describe every warp chain we do in the speedrun, and I describe it, how to perform this warp chain, where the starting save is, etc, etc. And after that, after all that thing, I have this kind of table, which is just basically a table that's linked with this spreadsheet, and this also will be in the description. And this table is just basically the summary of the whole root of this category. So just basically a quick lookup that you can use. It basically, on the left, it contains the warp chains that will skip a certain map, and on the right it will contain like special actions that you have to do that differ from scriptless category. Okay, so yeah, with everything in mind, I guess let's just run through basic scripts you want to use. And firstly, I'm going to talk about some movement scripts, and basically, like, most of the movement scripts can be found in Parklez GitHub, and I can Google it right now. Half-Life scripts. Yeah, the link will also be in the description. So yeah, right here you can see the Parklez GitHub page with all the scripts that you need, and yeah, look for this movement section. And here basically contains all the basic scripts for movement, and it's bunny hopping script, which would just use BXT auto jump 1, contains duck tapping technique, which is just plus BXT plus duck tap, duck rolling script, use spamming. You won't really need use spamming in this category, but whatever. Object boosting scripts, and Gauss 180 degrees turn. As for my config, I have here, well, as I said, the Gauss 180 degrees turn. I have a bind for duck tap. I have a duck rolling script. I don't use snap jumping. I have also this object boosting script with the ability of changing the speed you would get from the object boost. And so yeah, I just basically have a key, which is caps lock, that basically switches the speed of object boost I would get from the script, which is kind of convenient and also can be used, but it's not necessary. Okay, other than that, it's pretty much all the movement scripts that you need. And I think let's just get into save warping scripts. There are like, at the moment, there are basically two ways you can do save warping in this category. And I mean, two scripts. Let me actually find that finally. Okay, yeah, here we go. So yeah, the first thing is like this thing. It's pretty much like the basic script, the minimum that you will need for this category. And this script just contains five independent main saves, and that means that you can support up to 5 warp chains at any time. And 5 saves is pretty much the current minimum that's required for this category, and probably the minimum will be increased later, but yeah, right now you only have to have 5 saves. So yeah, this script is kind of simple. How exactly it works, it is described in the document, and how to use this script. But there is also another thing that's called, well, I call it Advanced Save Warping Manager, which is just basically me applied some modifications to that script, and now it looks like this. So yeah, you can read more about it in the document I provided, but I'm gonna just explain how it works in game. So yeah, let's finally get in the game. Alright, so okay, so let's make a save like right about here. Now, how to use my this advanced thing? So you just basically go to the trigger that you need, then of course issue your movement key and press the save warping key like that. And here you're required to use to have developer1 command enabled, and you need developer1 thing. So like if you notice while I'm doing the save warp, if you look at top left of the screen, you can see this change level message. So yeah, and this message basically means that if it means that the change level 2 command is appended to the back of the command queue. So yeah, with my modification, it is possible to do something like this. So you press your warp key, and when you see the message on top left of the screen, press the main save key, like that. And as you can see, it actually updated the main save I made there. So if I load my main save now, as you can see, it's on the next map. So yeah, again, it will look something like that. Yeah, it actually does that pretty quickly, and I just basically made that so it would be a bit easier to perform long warp chains with this modification. So yeah, you would just have to press less buttons, and that's actually probably might be a bit faster, since it does it updates the main save quite faster than you would usually do by hand. So yeah, kind of like that. Of course, you can press your main save key after you see the message, after the save warp is done, like that. It's nothing special. It would just be a little bit slower than usual, but it will still work fine. So yeah, it's okay. The second modification is like if you notice, as you can see, after I press my main save key, the game instantly loads me back to my current quick save. And the second modification doesn't really necessarily save time, but Sometimes it's just a bit easier, so you can just so it will like work as a visual key to you. But anyways, so yeah, that's kind of how it works. And another thing about this this advanced thing is that so like let's consider that so yeah, let's just imagine that right now we've just finished a warp chain, and we ended up in our final position. So yeah, we've just finished a warp chain. So yeah, and we are on our new map, and let's say here we have to make another main save for a different warp chain. So like let's say we have to make a main save right here. So what happens if I press like normally press my main save key without doing anything like that? As you can see, it loads me back to my quick save, which is not good because well, I don't need to load my quick save, and sometimes it can be a little bit horrifying. But the solution to that is just to issue a command that's called chain_reset. So yeah, if I do that, as you can see, I can make saves pretty fine. It works normally. And basically, like you can have a key, a specific key that's bound to this chain_reset command, and in my case it's backspace. So yeah, I have backspace bound to chain reset, or you can just save load, quick save and quick load, and after that, as you can see, it works fine. So yeah, I just made in the script I made, I just made it so like when you load your quick save, it automatically does chain_reset thing. So yeah, that might be also another solution to this. So yeah, again, like if I do a save warp, oops, let me do that again. Let's make a save. If I do a save warp, and if I just press my main save key normally, as you can see, my quick save loads back. But if I quick save and quick load here, as you can see, everything works fine. So yeah, that's pretty much how this advanced save warping manager works. And again, as I said, it is not necessary to use it. It's just like a thing that makes things a little bit easier. And yeah, kind of like that. Okay, so now another thing is another scripts you want to use is just basically the scripted sequences, but like the scripted sequences, they can be found right here. So yeah, starting from this thing, I have only scripted sequences here, and I will describe the scripted sequences when I get to them. So yeah. Yeah, as I said again, you can find all the description of all scripted sequences that I use in the speedrun in this document. Oh yeah, another thing to mention is that I have these kind of extra saves, and I have basically like 5 extra saves that's bound to my numpad keyboard, and they are basically used to like sometimes, for example, when you want to perform a backward one warp, you're pretty much required to have a save in front of this trigger to be able to access this trigger later. So yeah, basically the idea is that if you like later in the game, you have to be able to access a trigger that is located previously in the game. To do that, you just basically beforehand make a save in front of this trigger, make an extra save, and then later in the game you just load that save and access the trigger that you need. So yeah, the idea is kind of like that. So yeah, I think that's all about it, and we are ready to step in the game. Finally. Okay. So yeah, let's start our run. Yeah. Okay, so right here you want to make your quick save right after you pass these doors. So like if I do that again, so yeah, anyway, you just want to make a quick save right here. And then after that, we want to make a main save for a warp chain. And the main save is located like right here, so right in this corner. So yeah, here we want to make main 1 save. So yeah, like if you look at my no board, yeah, here I make main 1 save. And this warp chain will transition us right here. So yeah, this warp chain basically skips this map, which is called C1AOB, which contains like this annoying dialogue with scientists. It contains the NPC abuse, which we normally do in scriptless speedruns. But yeah, it will just skip everything here. It saves like about 20 seconds. So yeah, again, make main 1 save right here. After that, load your quick save and just continue bunny hopping with high speed. Okay, so right here, right about here, there is the change level trigger to the next map, and this can be seen using this command, bxt show triggers 1. And a quick reminder that this command is not actually allowed in speedrunning, so it's not legit to use it in a run. But yeah, it visualizes basically all the triggers, and yeah, this is the change level trigger to the next map. So yeah, in this category you'll have to get a feeling where all the triggers are located exactly, because that's going to be used a whole lot. So yeah, what you want to do here is while going into this trigger, you want to make a quick save before it. So yeah, like that. My quick save is right before the trigger. And now, after you make your quick save, you want to do a save warp with warp 1 save, like that. So yeah, as you can see, it made a save warp with my main 1 save. And after that, excuse me, after that you have to update your main 1 save, like that. And then, of course, load your quick save back. Load your quick save back and just continue bunny hopping with high speed, like you would normally do. So yeah, grab the suit. You can do the fast suit grab, of course. Everything you want here. Then yeah, block the Barney here, lower FPS, just like we do in Scriptless. Okay, right here. So yeah, right here, after these doors, there is the change level trigger to the next map, like that. So yeah, and what you want to do here is you want to go through this change level trigger, and on the next map, you have to make another main save. And this time we will use warp 4 key. So yeah, like that. We saved the main 4 save. Again, like that. And this main save will, like this warp sequence will skip another map that's located in Unforeseen Consequences. It will look something like this. Like that, so yeah. As you can see, it completely skips this map where you would usually grab the crowbar, and you just after that you just would run to this trigger and go to the next map. So yeah, again, make a main 4 save here. Now go to the button, do a ladder grab here. You can do a jump bug here if you want to. Okay, right here. Here you want to make another main save, and this time we will skip a big part of test chamber cutscene. So yeah, there are basically 2 ways you can do this. The first way is the safe way, and the safe way is you would just you wanna climb this thing, and like right about here, make warp main 3 save, like that. And this warp chain will take us right here inside this test chamber. And you will have to get a feeling of how all the things are located in this test chamber. So like, I can demonstrate this. If I do like a save too low, like that, as you can see, I get stuck in the floor, which is not good. If I do like a save like right here, as you can see, I get stuck inside this thing, which is also not okay. If I do a save right here, I get stuck in this thing, which is also not good. So yeah, the goal is to just basically find a way so you do not get stuck in the target map. And yeah, and as I said, the safe way is just to climb this thing, like just climb this thing and make the save here, and it will work every time. But the hard way is that you can make the save on go. It will look something like this. Oh, I also lied to you. Don't use like main 3 here. Use main 2 save here. So yeah, save main 2 here. Okay, so it will look like something like this. Like if I try to warp with this save, as you can see, normally I will get stuck in this platform, which is not okay. And to prevent that, we'll have to do our warps while crouched. So yeah, if we do everything while we are crouched, as you can see, everything works fine. So yeah, I will show you how it's done later when we get to that. But yeah, anyway, somehow make a warp 2 save right here. Okay, now go to here. Here there is the change level trigger to the next map. I'll make a quick save before it, and then do a save warp with warp 4, like that, and then update the save. After that, go into the next map, turn back, and here make main 3 save. And this main 3 save will skip another map in Unforeseen Consequences, which is this map, the first map of Unforeseen Consequences, which is called C1AOC. And yeah, we just basically skip this map and we are right in front of the trigger to the next map, like that. So yeah, just make a save right before the backward trigger. And after that, like here, the backward trigger is, I can show you where it's located. This is the backward trigger. It's kind of tilted, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, after that, use this backward trigger to do a wrong warp with main 1 save, like that. Then update your main save, of course. After that, load your quick save and do a save warp with main 1, like that. And after all that, you should appear right here, skipping this C1AOB map. And yeah, since we just skipped this map, you can make your way right here. Here is the change level trigger to the next map. Yeah, like that. Here you wanna do a save warp with this trigger with 2 saves. You wanna do a save warp with warp 4 save, like that, and then with warp 3 save, like that. After that, go into the next map, then turn back, and then use the backward trigger. The backward trigger is positioned right here. So yeah, like if you notice this white line that stands out, and the line before that, like the trigger is right between them. So yeah, do a backward save. Do a wrong warp with this trigger with warp 2 save. So yeah, like that. And yeah, as I told you earlier, if you create the save the hard way, you will have to crouch before doing the save warp. So it will look kind of like this. So yeah, it may be tricky at first, but you'll get it. So you just have to not only press W while going into this trigger before executing the save warp script, you also have to crouch. So yeah, that's kind of simple. And after that, load your quick save and finally do a save warp with warp 2, like that. So yeah, now you appear in the correct test chamber. Okay, so after you appear in the test chamber, you have to touch this trigger, like right here. This trigger basically starts the cutscene in the test chamber. So yeah, as you can see, well, the door is supposed to close, but since it is closed, it will instead open. And yeah, as you can hear, the voice is going. So yeah, the cutscene is started normally. So yeah, basically this warp chain skips this dialogue room with scientists, and yeah, usually in scriptless category we would waste a lot of time here talking with scientists until they let us here. And this warp chain saves like 40 seconds. Yeah, about 40 seconds. So yeah, just touch this trigger. Okay, after you touch this trigger, here you want to be a little quick, because like, if you remember, during this cutscene we have to press the button that is up there. So yeah, you have to be a little quick here. Okay, yeah. When you touch this trigger, go right here. And here we want to go outside of this chamber, right here. And here we want to make a main save with main 1. So yeah, make main 1 save. And this save will actually skip the first map of Office Complex, which is C1A2. But there's a nuance here. Like, I can show you. So yeah, as you can see, if I'm too slow here, the door closes. And this is actually not good, because in this case I will have to load my quick save. And since while I was making that main save, I mean, since the quick save was made before the cutscene progressed enough, I will actually lose the time, because the cutscene didn't progress while I was doing that. So yeah, you just basically want to make this door to be opened after you are outside. And to do that, it's not really hard to do. You just walk into this door and then use this wall to wall strafe along it. It will look kind of like that. So yeah. Yeah, as you can see, you can even do it without wall strafing, just walking forward all the time. But yeah, just make sure that the door doesn't close. Oh yeah, and it works because if I show the triggers, as you can see, like this trigger, it normally closes the door, but if I touch this trigger before the door is fully opened, the door can't close, and that's why it doesn't close. So yeah, basically that's why it works. So yeah, again, go outside and make the main 1 save right in front of the backward trigger. And another thing to say here is that you don't want to step into the backward trigger, because if you do, you appear in the previous map, and while you are struggling in this map, the test chamber cutscene doesn't progress. That means you lose time here. So you just make sure that you don't step into the backward trigger. So yeah, make main 1 save. And after that, oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that if you use like this advanced Save Warping manager, you have to make chain reset here. And that's obvious. Why? Because we make a main save here. So you just want to press like the backspace key or just save load. So yeah. Okay, so after you've made the save, just go inside this test chamber. And yeah, after that, you just want to sit through this test chamber cutscene, and that means you will have to press this button, of course. And yeah. So I'm gonna explain what will happen later. Later, after the cutscene is done, that is, after the sample arrives up to here, we will actually use this sample to to make an object boost with a sample, and using this slope we will just hit the trigger that's located right there. Yeah, right there. And yeah, in scripted category there are a lot of scripts which make this test chamber skip possible. But what we actually gonna I'm gonna actually show you a script which is basically a modification of one of those scripts, which can be found in my document. So yeah, I can, if you want to, I will show the thing. Yeah, here. So yeah, you can find this test chamber skip script in my document. So yeah, this is the script. You can copy paste it from here. And also I have here a brief explanation on how to perform it. Since it's kind of hard to explain in real time, I will just show you how it's done once. So yeah, if you're struggling with this explanation, you can just watch the video with no board on how it's done. So yeah, this script just basically does some precise movement and then makes an object boost. And if you look at this line, you see that we make a quick save before accessing the change level trigger. After that, we do some waits, and in fact, while these waits are going, we actually delay the change level trigger. And after all of that, we load warp free save and we spam waits. And that basically means we're doing a save warp, right? Yeah. So yeah, after that we load a warp free save and the save warp happens. And the next part of the script contains saving the warp free save, which is just updating the warp free save, and then it loads the quick save again, delays the change level trigger, and now loads warp 1 save. The next part of the script updates the warp 1 save, then it makes a save warp with warp 4 save, and the final line of the script updates the warp 4 save and finally loads the warp 3 save, which is actually the final position on the next map. So yeah, it may be confusing at first, but what the script actually does is it just uses the trigger in the test chamber to progress 3 warp chains to make a save warp with 3 different saves. You can actually just do that manually, it's not really a big problem, but I just kind of put it inside the scripted sequence, so it just makes you press less buttons overall. So yeah, kind of like that. Now let's get in game. So yeah, as I told you, I'm gonna just perform this test chamber skip once. Also, I have to reduce the volume because I think the volume is too high. Okay, so I have already a save here. Okay, so here you you want to stand in this corner, like right here, and you want to look at any pitch between 30 and 40, and you have to look at yaw between 136.48 and 0.50. So like anything between these values is fine, is an optimal value. And yeah, so finally let's do this scripted sequence. So yeah, like that. As you can see, it was kind of fast. So yeah, it's kind of hard to explain in real time, but yeah, hopefully you got the idea. Okay, so after this save warping, after this test chamber skip is done, you should appear right here on C1 AOC map, the first map of Unforeseen Consequences, right in front of this trigger to the next map. So here you want to make a save warp with warp 4 save, like that. And after that, as you can see, you end up right at the end of this map, right at the end of the next map, right here. Okay, after that, just go into this trigger, and make a quick save before it. Then go to the next map, and use the backward trigger that's located right here, if the zombie lets me do it. So yeah, as you can see, the backward trigger is right here. So you want to use this backward trigger with warp 1 save to make a wrong warp, like that. And then you update your main save, of course. Then load your quick save again, and yeah, go to the next map. Now since this next map is relatively short, we're just gonna complete it normally without any warping. Okay, so yeah, now make your quick save before the trigger. Then go to the next map and use the backward trigger again to do a wrong warp with warp 1 save, like that. And then update the save, of course. Then load your quick save and continue bunny hopping with high speed. So yeah, just complete this computer room. Here you don't have to take the Glock because you don't really need it. So yeah, you can just skip it. And here you want to get inside of this room and make a quick save before touching the change level trigger. So yeah, if you touch the change level trigger and you don't have the main save right in this room before the trigger, load your quick save and do that again, because that's really important. Okay, so after you got a quick save right here, go into the next map and then crawl back to here, and right here, this is where the backward trigger is located. You want to use this trigger to do a wrong warp with main 1 save, like that, and then update your main save, of course. After that, you load your quick save and do a save warp with this trigger, with the forward trigger, with warp 1, and then update the main save. Okay, after that, load your quick save, and now you want to make an extra save in front of this trigger. So I usually use extra 1 save, so yeah, I will just show you how I do it. So yeah, make an extra save before this trigger, because we're gonna use this trigger later for a backward wrong warp. So yeah, you will see that. Okay, now go into the next map, press the button, get out of this chamber, and just complete this map normally. Activate the valve here. Right here, this is where the trigger to the next map is located, like right here. Make a quick save before the trigger, as always, and then use this trigger to the save warp with warp 1. And after that, you want to perform a backward wrong warp with main 1 save. And to do that, load your extra 1 save and do a save warp. Do a wrong warp with this trigger, like that, and then update the main save. After that, load your quick save, and you also gonna need to make an extra save in front of this trigger, and this time I will use the extra 3 save right here, like that. Okay, so now let's go to the next map. Here you can just bunny hop to here, it doesn't really matter, but if you really want to, you can make an object boost with this barrel. And you can either use an object boost script like that, and you wanna use a slow object boost here, object boost with 800 speed, like that, or you can just do it with your use key. It doesn't really matter, it doesn't really save that much time. Okay, after that, get to this point. Here we want to make another main save, and this save will skip the second map of Blast Pit, which is C1A4K. This map also contains this long ass elevator that goes up. So yeah, it saves like about 20 seconds or so, I don't remember. But yeah, the main save is situated at a very precise position here, so I'm gonna show you a way that works perfectly every time. So I think I haven't failed doing this save for quite a while now. So yeah, how you do it? Basically, just go into this corner right here, and you don't really have to be in the corner. You can just basically touch this wall here, but yeah, make sure that you don't go too far to the left, of course. So yeah, go into this corner, and right when you touch the wall, hold your S key like that, and after that, while holding your S key, after you touch this yellow slide down, make your main 3 save. So it will look like this, like that. Make sure that you make the save after you touch the after you bounce on this slide down. If you do it before, you will most likely fail the warp chain. So again, do the save after bouncing off. And here, after that, you basically have 2 ways of completing this. You can either try to do a fast strat we currently do in Scriptless, which is just involves bouncing of this slide down in an interesting way, kind of like this. And sometimes it can be really hard to do this new strat. So yeah, I will recommend doing the old strat by using like this this slide down on the left. So yeah, just use the old strat, and then use this slope to boost yourselves right to here. So it will look like this. Kind of like this, yeah. Okay, after that, make your way right here, and right here we want to make another main save, and this time this save skips the first map of Blast Pit, which is C1A4, and the save should be made right about here. It should be made like in the center of this corridor, like right here is the best position, and it should be made right before this bridge. So kind of like about here. So yeah, make warp 2 save here, main 2, like that. And this save, okay, if I remember, okay, yeah, I remember it. This save will end you up here. And the thing to notice here is that we end up really close to the ceiling. So yeah, I was just above this thing, so like kind of here, and I was just standing on the ground. So yeah, that means if you do the save too high, you will end up stuck in the ceiling, which is not good. So yeah, for safety, it is recommended to just specifically stop here and make the main save while doing nothing, and only after that load your quick save and continue bunny hopping with a lot of speed to this place. But there's a hard way to do it, is to basically make the save on go, and this can be done by assume that I'm just going from this place. If I have a lot of speed here, I would usually take a wider curve here. I'll take a wider curve and make it so my jump lands right here. So I make the jump right in this spot where I want to save. And right when I'm on the ground, I make the save itself, like that. So yeah, it can be kind of unsafe, because if you do bad on this thing, you will get stuck on the ceiling after all that. So yeah, for safety, you just stop here and make the save normally. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay, after that, make your way right here, and then do an object boost, of course. You can do script, you can do it without scripts, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, anyways, let me hydrate a little bit. Okay, anyways, here, what we usually do in scriptless route, we open this elevator, then close this elevator and stand right here. And after the elevator after the elevator is closed, and after a few seconds, the game will transition us to the next map. Okay, I need to make this again. So yeah, and since in this case we actually don't touch the change level trigger, because the change level trigger is actually located right here, and it is possible to touch. We actually touched it in HLDU, but it's a really precise jump. So yeah, we don't do that in RTA. So yeah, as since this change level, since the activation of the change level trigger is actually on a timer, we have to make a quick save like right after the elevator is closed. So like right now we will make a quick save right here before the level transition happens. And since we will have to use this level transition to do a backward wrong warp later, we want to make an extra save before it. So yeah, if I show that again, we will have to, after the elevator is closed, we'll have to make a quick save right here, and along with that we'll have to make extra one save right together with the quick save. So it will look like this, like that. Okay, so after that, go to the next level, and here we will have to actually access the backward trigger to the previous map. And to do that, you want to do kind of the same thing we did in the previous map. So yeah, after this map is loaded, press this button to open the elevator, then press this button to close the elevator, and as you can see, the game changes the level to the previous one, and thus it uses the backward trigger, which we need. And so yeah, since we need this backward trigger, we will actually do a wrong warp with main 1 save here. So yeah, it will look like this, and do a wrong warp. Do a wrong warp with main 1 save, and then update the main save here. After that, load your quick save and do a save warp with the forward trigger, like that. And in the end, we should end up right here, right in this room. Okay, so I'm gonna explain something here. In Half-Life Done Enormously Warped, we actually did the same save warp here, the same warp chain that skips this map, the first office complex map, but we actually used a different position in test chamber, and the position was right in front of this cage with a sample, and it will take us straight to this ending trigger right here. But why we actually took the other position is because we actually need this shotgun to be able to complete the Barney NPC abuse later. And not only Barney, we will also have to do we've got hostile skip. So yeah, since we need a weapon to be able to perform these skips, we have to pick up a weapon somewhere before. And so yeah, here you just make a save warp right here and grab a shotgun. Okay, after that, just proceed to the trigger right here. You can also try making an object boost if you want, but yeah, doesn't really matter. Okay, right here, you want to make another extra save, and this time it will be extra 2, right here. After that, go into the change level trigger, and then make a quick save before the backward trigger. The backward trigger is right here. So yeah, make a quick save before it. Then we will use this backward trigger to do a wrong warp with 2 saves. We're gonna use it to do a wrong warp with warp 2 and warp 3. So yeah, do a wrong warp with warp 2, like that, and do a wrong warp with warp 3, like that. After that, load your extra 3 save, and here we're gonna perform a backward wrong warp with warp 2 save, like that. After that, load your extra 1 save and perform a save warp with main 2, like that. After that, load extra 2 save and do a save warp again with warp 2. And after that, load your quick save and just continue. You can also load your extra 2 save, since it's located like one step towards the path you need to go. So yeah, just either load your quick save or extra 2 save, doesn't really matter. So yeah, just complete this map normally, and you can actually, since we already have the shotgun and we don't need to get the shotgun right here, you can actually try taking this another route right here. And I don't think this route is faster. It's only faster like in HL21, where they use duck rolling with high velocity. But yeah, probably it's just faster to take this secret room with shotgun, like you do in Scriptless. So yeah, anyway, just somehow get to this spot. And right here, you wanna kill these slaves. You don't necessarily have to kill them, but it just makes things a little bit easier. So while you're making save warps right here, nobody will distract you. So yeah, just kill these slaves here. Okay, after that, the change level trigger is right here. So yeah, make a quick save before this change level trigger and make extra 3 save, like that. Okay, after that, what you want to do here is you want to make a save warp with warp 2 save, and then you'll have to go to the next map and then use the backward trigger to do a wrong warp with warp 3, like here, like that. And after that, load your quick save and do a save warp with warp 3, like that. Okay, after that, load your quick save and yeah, just go to into the next level. Okay, here you want to perform a Barney NPC abuse, the same way you do that in Scriptless category. So yeah, just shoot him, grab the nades and do everything correctly. Not like this, I failed it. Yeah, Barney sometimes can be a little bit annoying, but it's the same way in Scriptless pretty much. Okay, like that. So yeah, after that, continue your way right here, and here there are there's a strat you can do here. If you have 100 HP after Barney, like right at this point after Barney, if you have 100 HP, you can try doing a grenade boost. So like right about here, you will start charging your grenade, and then here you will do a grenade boost that will launch you right at the top of the map. It basically will skip like this all the climbing procedure. So yeah, you'll end up right there. But yeah, if you don't have 100 HP, just climb these ladders. It doesn't really save much time. So yeah, right here. Okay, so here, since we don't have the crowbar, we can't actually break this vent like on the first hit. So we'll have to use something different here. And the fastest way I currently know is by using a shotgun, and you'll do something like this. You'll do a primary shot and then do a secondary shot as soon as possible. So yeah, it will look like this, like that. Oops, sorry. Yeah, currently it's the fastest way. The another strat would be to use your grenade. Like you'd start charging your grenade right here. Then throw the grenade right on this vent, and then if the vent is still alive, just kill him with the secondary shot. But this grenade thing is actually slower, so yeah, just do this trick with a shotgun here. After that, fall down inside the elevator, and here the change level trigger is right here, like yeah, right in front of you. So here you wanna make obviously a quick save, and then you want to make main 1 save. Yeah, make main 1 save, and this save will skip like the main map of BlastBit, which is C1A4B, and it will look something like this. VV else like that. So yeah, as you can see, I end up right inside of this chamber, and make sure that you don't make this save too far to the back of the elevator, because if you do, you will end up actually I did that correctly. Okay, wait a second. So yeah, if you do it too far to the back, you will end up stuck inside this wall. You can also get stuck in this kind of metal thing, metal support, I guess. So yeah, just make sure you don't get stuck in them. Make your save right here. Okay, after that, use this trigger to do a save warp with warp 2, yeah, like that. Then load your extra 2 save and do a backward one warp with main 1, like that. After that, load your extra 1 save and do a backward one warp with main 1 again, like that. Then load extra 2 and do a save warp with main 1. Then load extra 3 save and do a save warp with main 1. And finally, load your quick save right here and make a save warp with main 1. Like this. After that's done, load your quick save and go into the next level. So here you wanna perform. We've got hostile skip and NPC abuse with the scientist, and since you don't have the pistol, it can be kind of tricky to correctly shoot his legs to be able to make this NPC abuse. So yeah. And this is tricky because, like, if you go too close to him, like, I can show you. I'm just not getting it. Yeah, so if you're too close to him, you can easily kill him just by shooting him. So yeah, you don't want to kill him. And yeah, it's kind of tricky because, like, if you go too close, you will most likely kill him. And if you don't go close enough, you will most likely miss him at all, because the shotgun burst is actually RNG, and you cannot predict that. So yeah, it's okay if you don't get this first try. Yeah, just don't mind that. Okay, so somehow damage him and do the NPC abuse normally, like that. Not like this, of course. You want the door to be opened. Okay, let me get this. Okay, I didn't get it, but it's okay, I can just do this. So anyway, just go to the next map. Here, make your quick save before the trigger, and now do a save warp with main 1, like that. After that, go into the next level, and then use the backward trigger to do a wrong warp with warp 3, like that. Then load your quick save and do a save warp with warp 3, and finally load your quick save and do a save warp with warp 2, like that. And after that, you should end up right here, right on this pipe. And here, sometimes if you go, like if you make the main save with a lot of speed, you can easily fall off of this pipe. And if you fall off of this pipe, there's no way you can get back. So yeah. In this case, just load your main save again and do the save up again. Okay, so after you're on the pipe, drop down inside it, and here make a quick save right before the trigger. The trigger is like right about here. Yeah, like aim for this line, for this circle. Okay, so make a quick save before it, and then do a save warp with main 1 save, like that. After that, load your quick save and do a save warp with warp 3. And after that, you should end up right here. So yeah, after that, go to here, and I'm gonna show actually where the trigger is. the trigger is right here. So yeah, you just want to make a save warp with this trigger with main1 save. And the thing is, you just kind of have to get the feeling where the trigger is. So you don't want to press your save warp key before you drop of this thing, because you will just not fall enough to delay this trigger. And you don't want to press your save warp key too late, because if you do it too late, you'll just fall through this trigger. Like if you do, oh sorry, let me do it again. So yeah, if you do it too late, you'll just do it after the trigger. So yeah, just drop here and press your save warp key with main1 like this. And after that, you should end up inside this chamber. Yeah, like that. Okay, so here you wanna do something that's called the blast bit skip. And blast bit skip is just another scripted sequence. So yeah, I can show you the document. Okay, blast bit skip. You can read more about blast bit skip right here. So yeah, here you can, in this document, you can find the script itself and explanation on how to perform it. And yeah, again, it's kind of hard to explain in real time, so yeah, I'll just show it how it's done once. Alright, so okay, after you end up here, press the lever to open the door. You need that because the script requires the door to be opened, because so like when you activate the lever, the door will close. So yeah, now stand in this corner and look at any yaw between 156.00 and 0.03. So yeah, right now I have 0.01, which is fine because it's between 0.00 and 0.03. And now after that, press your function key like that. So yeah, now get out of here and proceed to the trigger right here. So yeah, here you want to make sure that you don't activate this trigger. You need to kind of get the feeling of where the trigger is located. So yeah, it's right here. And like if you notice, there is a white line that kind of stands out. Like if you look at the left side of the corridor, you can see this big rectangle part of the shadow, and after this white line, the shadow gets lighter. So yeah, like look at this white line, and this is like the visual key to the change level trigger. So yeah, like change level trigger is right above this line. So yeah, okay. Anyways, go to this trigger, and then before touching this trigger, press your W key, and then press your function key. After that, the script will load the save that is in that chamber, and after it loads the save in the chamber, press your function key again. And while doing this, you always hold your W key. It's important. Okay, so it will be done like this. Like that. Okay, so yeah, after that's done, go into this trigger, and here you wanna perform, delay the backward trigger that's located right there. And you can basically do two ways here. You can either rotate your mouse like that and then press forward and press your function key, or you can just not rotate and press your backward key and press your function key after, well yeah, press your function key. And yeah, I'm just gonna do the second way. So yeah, and as I said, we're gonna delay this backward trigger that's located right here. And yeah, since we have developer Okay, so yeah, you should be able to hear me now. Yeah. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties. My mic disabled for some reason. Okay, anyways, okay, yeah. So as I said, we're gonna delay this backward trigger, and since we have developer 1 enabled, we can tell when the change level 2 command is appended to the back of the queue. And when you see this message, you wanna press your function key again. And after that, when the script loads the save inside the chamber, you want to hold your crouch key and hold, I mean not hold, but press the FPS max 20 key. So yeah, like that. And let me do this, let me actually do this. Okay, so it will look like this. Yeah. And after all of that, you should appear inside this pit, making the edge bug. Okay, after that, press your function key again. It will restore your view. It will just do the force center view command, and then press your FPS max to 100. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it with the blast pit skip. Okay, now after that, go to the next level. Okay, here, since we don't have any weapons, we have to pick up the revolver that's located right here. So yeah, usually in Scriptless we will just skip this revolver by going down, but here you just basically hold your jump key while going into this water, like that. And just take the revolver. Okay, here you want to drop down. You want to drop down here, and here you want to take some armor. Usually in Scriptless we take 35 armor here, but I actually calculated that we only need like 30 here. So yeah, just take 30 armor, like that. And after that, do the same thing we do in Scriptless, but you can additionally use your duck roll script instead of spamming your mouse wheel. So yeah, like that. And since we picked up the revolver, and that means we lost some time there, the barrel position will actually be kinda bad. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit harder to avoid these barrels. But yeah, that's not a problem. Just dodge them. Okay, anyways, proceed to the end of the map. Okay, so yeah, right here. So yeah, drop down here, and here I'm gonna explain what we will do later. So at the start of Honorail, exactly at the second map of Honorail, we will do the same strat we do in Scriptless. We're gonna use trip mines to jump on them, and this is actually the only possible strat in this category because obviously we don't have the hand grenade to boost ourselves up. So yeah, we're gonna have to pick up some trip mines from this room, and since we don't have, like, in Scriptless, how do we pick up trip mines in Scriptless? We usually throw a nade under this box, and then this grenade blows up everything right here, and then we will, on the next map, we will pick up the trip mines that got transitioned to the next map. So we're gonna, in the next map, we would pick up the trip mine from this box and from this box. However, since we don't have any nades, obviously, we only have the revolver at the moment, we have to pick up the trip mines a different way. And we'll have to do that by breaking these two boxes. And each of these boxes takes 2 shots of the revolver, like that. If we had the crowbar, we could actually one-shot this box with a crowbar, but this box actually takes a lot more shots with the revolver than these boxes. So like it takes 3 shots, which is obviously not good. So yeah, just break these boxes. Take the medkits if you want. There's also some revolver ammo on this table. Okay, after that, there are 2 ways you can do this, do the power-up skip. The first way is just to do a normal save warp. So that means you just make a save right here, and then go to the trigger and do a save warp, like that. And yeah, you just end up on the next map here. Okay, the next way is to use a script, and this script is also in my document right here. So yeah, the script is rather simple. It just delays the change level trigger, loads warp 1 save, and then makes an object boost right here, as you can see, and makes a duck tap like that. So yeah, you can get the script in this document. Okay, so right now I have the script bound to my function key. Okay, so just break this box. We will have to break this box because yeah, we'll have to break this box because we're playing on 100 FPS. There is not actually enough room to make an object boost with this box, like right here. There's just not enough room to be able to make an object boost, and that's why you will have to break this box. And this box, same as these big boxes, takes 2 shots of the revolver, and that means like if you do 2 shots right here, then you do 2 shots right here. After that, you do 2 shots on this box. So like after that, after you do these 2 shots on this box, the game will automatically reload your revolver. And since while reloading it is not possible to like use anything, well, it is possible, but it's kind of tricky. You just want to switch your weapon to the trip mine right here. Okay, after that, go into this box. I mean, yeah, just touch the box and make your warp 1 save like that. And also make your quick save, because in case you fail this object boost. Then do an object boost like that. You can use a script, you can just do it manually, it doesn't really matter. Or you can just walk to the change level trigger right here. And here, you want to hold your D key that goes to the right, and then press your function key before accessing the trigger. So yeah, like that. And as you can see, it did a save warp for me, and it did an object boost, which is really cool. So yeah, again, if you are good, you can preserve the speed just by jumping or duck tapping, like that. Okay, I failed it. Let me do this again. And I failed it again because I did it after accessing the trigger. So yeah, well, I kind of failed it a bit, but yeah, I got 700 speed going into this thing. So yeah, using this script is not necessarily faster, but yeah, it can be faster if you do a full object boost. Like that. Well, I failed it again. Whatever. So yeah. Anyways, just go on to the next map. Pick up these medkits if you don't have 100 HP. Yeah, you'll need 100 HP at this point. Then just drop down and make sure that you don't get the fall damage. And then bunny hop to the next map. Okay, right here, set the trip mines in good position, and yeah, also reload your revolver, because why not? You have time to do that. Then just go to the next map. You can do like this jump on the rails for once. It's okay. Okay, after that, you can pick up the SMG rifle here, but it's not necessary. So yeah, pick up if you want to. But what do you need to pick up is what you have to pick up is these SMG nades right here. So yeah, it's really important to pick them up right here, because we're gonna do some nades boosts later which are required. So yeah, make sure that you pick up them right here. After that, you might wanna restore your health to 100, because we're gonna do some nade boosts after that. So yeah, you can just charge your health to 100 here. Okay, after that, go upwards with the ladder, and then do an object boost here. Well, there are many ways of doing this object boost. You can do like the old grandpa way, like that, and taking this route, or you can do like the forward thing. I believe there is also a script for doing this forward object boost, but I usually do it only using object boost script, and everything else is done manually. So yeah, like that. Okay, anyways, get to this point, and here you wanna make another main save, and this main save will skip actually two maps. It will skip the map with the rocket cutscene, which is C to A to H, and it will skip the map before that, which is C to A to G. C to A to G. Okay, it will like you will end up right here, right like in this room. Yeah, normally in Scriptless you can't end up in this room because the silo door up there is closed. But yeah, here we just do a warp sequence that drops us right here. And there are basically many ways, or not many, like two ways you can make the save. The safe way is, of course, you just specifically stop here and make the main save like that. And the hard way is to make the main save on go. So let me just try it. If I can get the object boost, of course. Oh, can I not boost upwards, please? Okay. So yeah, like I just did there. But if you do the main save on go, be careful that you don't make the main save too far forward, because if you do make the save right here, for example, you will end up stuck right here. So yeah, it is not really good. So yeah, make sure that the save is made not too far forward. So yeah, you can do it so like, if you make the main save with a lot of speed, like right here, right in this position, like right here, it's okay, it should work. But yeah, the most safe way is to just stop and make the main save. So yeah, let's just do the safe way, I guess. But yeah, anyways, after you've done the main save, go to the change level trigger, which is like right about here. I'm sorry, I reloaded for some reason. But yeah, you want to make a quick save before the change level trigger, and then do a save warp with main 1 save, like that. And then update your main save, of course. After that, load your quick save and continue hopping with high velocity, like that. So complete this map normally, and then right here, again, make a save before the change level trigger, and then do a save warp with main 1 save, like that. Okay, now complete this map. Here you want to kill this scientist. You want to kill this grunt. And yeah, because we don't have the hand grenade, we cannot like drop the grenade that scares him right here. So yeah, just kill him using your revolver. And then you pretty much have to pick up his SMG rifle. Well, again, you can pick up your SMG rifle right at the start of the object boost, like right before doing the object boost on that map. But yeah, anyways, your goal is to end up right here, right in this place, having an SMG rifle with 2 SMG grenades in it. So yeah, this is your goal basically here. So yeah, make sure that you have everything you need. Okay, after that, here you wanna take some HP here, and then you want to have like from 10 to like 13 armor or something like that. So yeah, like 12 is fine. So yeah, just take some armor here. And yeah, usually I would have 100 HP here, but since I don't, I think I'll have to cheat just to show you the strat. So yeah, let's cheat some health for us. Like that. Okay, after that, just get out of this room and bunny hop to the end of the level. Okay, right here, you also have to make your quick save before the change level trigger. And here, you have to specifically stop before the change level trigger and make your extra 1 save, because we will use that save later in the run. After you've made the extra 1 save, well, at first make sure that the save is close enough to the trigger. So like right now it's okay, but if you make your extra 1 save right here, it is not okay. So yeah, you have to get closer here and overwrite your extra 1 save. So yeah, right now it's fine. After that, use this trigger to do a save warp with main 1, like that. And then update the main save and reload the quick save, like that. So yeah, load your quick save and continue bunny hopping with high velocity, as usual. Make sure that you don't hit the trip mines, make sure that you don't hit any displacements, and you go fast. Okay, so here you also want to make a quick save, because we're gonna perform an SMG nade boost here, which and we need to do this SMG nade boost to make another main save. And this main save will actually skip the map in Apprehension, which is called C2A3D, which is the map with like elevator and assassins, and the map where Gordon gets captured. So yeah, like if you look at it, these two maps, this map and the map and this map overlap here in this way. So yeah, I was not doing, but actually imitating save warps with a tool, and as you can see in the end I end up right here. So yeah, here our goal is to end up right on top of this building, so like right there, to be able to access the valve that opens the gate. And to make that, you have to do basically an SMG boost. It will look like this. So make an SMG main boost and then make your main save using main 2 save. So yeah, make your main 2 save here, like that. The save should be made preferable right there. It's like right in this region, as close to the left as possible. So yeah, like if you do it to the left, it is always guaranteed that you will get on top of this thing, like that. However, if you do your save like right in the middle of this kind of tilted thing that I'm looking at, sorry, let me do this, like that. As you can see, I end up like right in the air, like right here, and you just want to make sure that you have enough speed to reach the top of the building. So yeah, like the most safe way is to just make the save in this region. So again, make an SMG nade boost and make a warp 2 save here. After that, load your quick save and continue bunny hopping. Sometimes you don't have enough armor to be able to do this SMG nade boost, and you can lose that armor while bunny hopping because of the rails. And sometimes you just don't have enough health, like you're really low on HP to do that. there's kind of backup strat you can do here, and the backup strat involves going right here through these slaves, then going into this room, and then killing these two dudes here, and then you will have to make the main save right here. So yeah, if I make the warp 2 save right here, I will end up yeah, right on top of this building. So yeah. Okay, so anyway, make your main 2 save using any of the listed ways. After that, load your quick save and continue bunny hopping. Right here, you can also do 2 strats. If you're really good on HP and armor, you can try to do an SMG grenade boost right here. It will look something like this. But yeah, you have to basically reach this thing, and sometimes it may be tricky if you have too high armor, like I did. But with this armor, it should be possible to do like that. But this SMG grenade boost, it doesn't really save a lot of time, but it's actually really difficult to do because there's this grunt here, and he will try to kill you. So you basically have to kill him as soon as possible. So yeah, like I just did, I just headshotted him. So yeah, he didn't even shoot at me. But sometimes, if you're struggling with this, with killing him, he will just do a lot of damage to you, which is not really good. Yeah, and sometimes, if you don't do any speed before doing this, if you don't issue any horizontal movement before doing the SMG nade boost, you won't be able to reach this room here. So yeah, it's kind of tricky to do like that. So yeah, he was about to kill me. Okay, so yeah, if it is impossible for you to do this strat, you can just take the elevator normally, like right here. Just take the elevator and then use your revolver to shoot the explosive boxes at right time. Not like this, not like this. Let me do that again. Like that. So you won't get any damage from these explosives. And yeah. Okay, so do any of the strats, and then go here and yeah, continue to the next level. Okay, yeah, also it's kind of bad hitting the trip mines, so yeah, don't do that, because you might die. Okay, right here, I'm actually gonna show you where the trigger is situated. It's actually right here. And yeah, it's kind of hard to see where the trigger is located without using show triggers, but yes, like you'll get a feeling later. So yeah, like but anyways, right before activating the trigger, make a quick save with a lot of speed, then specifically stop for this trigger, and then make extra 2 save right here. So yeah, and as in the previous map, the extra save should be close enough to this trigger. So like right now it's okay, but if you make your extra 2 save right here, do not do that. Just remake your remake your extra save to be a bit closer to the trigger, like that. This is good save. Anyways, after making this extra 2 save, do a save warp with main 1, like that. After that, load your quick save and continue bunny hopping with your speed. Kind of struggled there a bit, but anyways, okay. Excuse me. So here, again, I'm gonna show you where the trigger is. It's right here. I think it's actually not important which trigger you use. I think, yeah, it's you can use this triggers. No, never mind. You can't use this trigger. The thing is that in this map there are actually 2 triggers, 2 completely different triggers to the next map. and one of the triggers is in this shaft, this trigger, and the second trigger is this one, in this small shaft with the ladder. And yeah, these are actually two completely different triggers, and at first I thought that this trigger, this was actually a big trigger that just covers everything, but no, actually these are two different triggers. And since these are two different triggers, they use two different landmarks. And since we will have to do a wrong warp with this trigger, we can't actually like use this trigger instead, because since the landmark position of the landmark for this trigger is completely different. So yeah, we will have to use this trigger inside this big shaft. Okay, so since I said like we will have to use this trigger for a wrong warp, we'll have to make an extra 3 save before it. And along with extra 3 save, I suggest you to make a quick save before accessing it. So yeah, it will look like this. So yeah, and also after you made the saves, you want to use this trigger to do a save warp with main 1 save. Okay, so it will look like this. Like that. And in the end, I should appear right here. Okay, so I'm gonna explain why I suggested you to make a main save right here, or sorry, a quick save right here. The thing is that if you made the main save for this skip while having a lot of speed, like if you did the hard way, making this save on go, you can actually have too much speed, and if you like hit this down slope, you can actually get a lot of fall damage from it, and this might be a bit tricky. So yeah, like if you get fall damage, the thing is, if you load your quick save and do the save warp again, you can just basically retry doing this save warp, and with this, since you already know how the things are positioned, you can prevent, at least try to prevent your fall damage. So yeah, that's why you want to make a quick save right there. Well, in my case, I just made the safe way here. Okay, anyways, yeah. Right here, now you want to go to this train and make a quick save before activating the train. And here, now we're gonna perform a lot of save warps here. Okay, so here we will at first we will make a save, a main save right here. That skips at least a part of the freezer map, which is, I believe, C2A3C. But anyways, I have like the explanation of it in my document. Okay, so like if you go root and partial freezer skip right here, so yeah, like this picture demonstrates how you can do the save. So you need to basically jump from the highest part of the train, and the highest part is basically this kind of round thing here. And normally you're not able to jump from this thing because the train is located too far to the back, so you'll have to move your train forward a bit before doing this. Okay, after that, jump from this highest point, and then you have to make a jump and then crouch in air and make your main save 3 at the peak of your height. And yeah, and as you can see, this save warp, this warp chain, in the end it leaves us right here, like in this freezer. And if you are too far to the left, like here in this bad region, you will end up stuck inside the slave. And yeah, you don't want to be stuck inside the slave, so just try to jump to the right here, like that. So yeah, let me perform this in game so I can show you. Okay, so move your train a little bit like this. So yeah, as you can see, I'm now able to jump on this highest part, and just jump to here and make your main 3 save. Oh, oops, I had my advanced thing enabled, so yeah, I just have to save and load. So yeah, make sure to disable this advanced thing because it will fuck up your saves. Okay, like that. Again. Like that. Okay, after that, load your quick save and then accelerate your train to the maximum. And here, before touching... sorry, what? Well, yeah, that sometimes can happen, and I'm not actually sure why it happens, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, anyways, like, before accessing this change level trigger, you have to make a quick save. And I suggest you to stand touching this thing. Well, not touching it, but like closer to this thing, rather than close to this thing. Okay, like that, and then just do that. Unhold your use key, and just make your quick save before touching this change level trigger. Okay, so now, yeah, now we will make another main save, and this main save will skip the second map of captured cutscene, which is C2A3E, and this is also shown in my document. So yeah, this is partial. Oh no, never mind this. Yeah, this captured cutscene skip. So again, when your train is on this turn, you want to make a jump from the highest part of the train, which is of course the this round thing, and you want to make the save has to be made really precise, because like I can show you this in game. Okay. I need no clip for that. So yeah, like as you can see right now, I am at the top, right under the ceiling, and if I excuse me, if I perform this warp chain, which is actually I don't remember. Oh no, I do remember. It is K and then V V L V and then many L's, like that. So yeah, if I perform it, as you can see, I am actually really close to the floor here. So yeah, the room for this warp thing is actually really tight. So yeah, that's why doing this save will be kind of tricky. And because of that, we will have to use a script that makes the main save for us, and we can actually check the script out in my document right here, I think. Yeah. So yeah, this is the script. It's kind of simple. It just jumps and ducks for us, and after the specific amount of weights, it just makes warp 1 save for us. So yeah, with the script it's a lot easier to make this save, because it will guaranteed work 100% if you do everything correct, of course. So yeah, let me just show it how it's done. Okay, so yeah, so right now I have the script bound to my function key. Okay. So what you want to do here is, before you touch the change level trigger, you want to climb on the highest part of the train, on this round thing, and when the train is like on this turn, you press your function key. Like again, I can show it again. Press your function key. Show it again. Now. Yeah, like that. After that, load your quick save, and here you just want to jump out of the train to access the backward trigger. And how you do that is you just basically go to the left, and you kind of jump and duck, and then strafe a little bit to the left. So like that. And you do that, of course, after you touch the change level trigger. So yeah, like that. After you got out of the train, you want to go back to here and you want to make an extra 4 save in front of the backward trigger here. And it sometimes can be a little bit tricky to feel where the trigger is actually, where the trigger actually is. So yeah, I'm gonna show you where it's located. It's right here, but like probably you want to stand right in front of this lamp, like that. So yeah, that might be helpful. Okay, anyways, make your extra 4 save here, and after that you will have to do a save warp with your main 1 save, and since the main 1 save is the save we've just made right there, you will have to make the save warp while crouched. It's essentially the same thing we've done like at the start of the game I showed you. So yeah, we do the same thing here, like that. So yeah. So yeah, again, it's nothing really much, it's nothing really complicated here. It's just that you, along with W, you press your crouch key before pressing the save warp key. It's pretty simple. Okay, after that, load your extra 2 save, and now we're gonna perform a backward wrong warp. And here, since the save is still in the air, we still have to do this like. We still have to do this save warp while this. I mean, sorry. We'll still have to do this wrong warp while crouched, like that. So yeah, just make sure that you crouch while making this thing. Okay, now if you load like your main 1 save, as you can see, from now on we are in out of bounds, and that means you can just do warps with the save. You don't have to crouch while making warps with the save. So yeah, after that, load your extra 1 save and do a wrong warp with main 1, like that. And as I said, you don't have to crouch here. Now load extra 2 and do a save warp with main 1. Then load extra 1 and do a wrong warp. Then load extra 2 and do a save warp. Then load extra 3 and do a save warp. And finally load your quick save and do a save warp. Like that. So yeah, it can be kind of tricky to remember all these warps, but as I said, I have all the information about these warps in my document. So yeah, you don't have to like. So yeah, you don't have to like write my words on a sheet of paper. You can just look up the warp sequences on my document. So yeah, after this warp chain is done. You wanna load extra 2 save, and here you wanna make a crouched wrong warp with warp 3. So yeah, like that. And as I said, warp 3 is the save that will skip partial freezer skip, and yeah, you wanna do it crouched because the save is actually here in the air. And from now on, the save is out of bounds, and that means you don't have to crouch while making warps with this save from now on. Okay, after that, load your extra 4 save, which is right before this backward trigger, and then make a wrong warp with this trigger. Update the main save, of course, and finally load the quick save and make a save warp with warp 3. Okay, after that's done, load your extra 2 save and make a save warp with warp 2, like that. Now load extra 3 save and do the same save warp with warp 2, and finally load your quick save and do a save warp with warp 2. Okay, after this is done, yeah, finally you can go to the next level, finally. Alright. So yeah, complete this level normally. And here you wanna use this trigger, this change level trigger to the next map, to make save warp with 3 saves, with warp 1, warp 2, and warp 3. So yeah, probably the hardest thing here is to just not forget, because I always forget making these save warps right here. because kind of like this underwater section is kind of continuous. So yeah, I just basically go inside this, and after some time I appear outside this water. So yeah, the hardest part is to just remember doing these things. So yeah, do a save warp with warp 1, then with warp 2, and finally with warp 3, like that. Okay, after that load your quick save and continue. Alright. So here you have to complete this map normally, but the thing is, since you don't have any weapons, you cannot drop down here and use the how it's called, barnacle, to climb up. So you pretty much have to jump over this thing, which is not that hard. Okay, anyways, make a quick save right here, and here you want to perform a simple save up to the next map. So like here, the maps are actually just overlapped right here. So yeah, as you can see, I end up in the next map quite a while forward. So yeah, this is also possible to do just doing a change level delay normally, but the thing is that this change level delay will lose your weapons. So yeah, but since we don't have any weapons, that's actually not a problem for us. So yeah, we can just do the save warp. And yeah, this change level delay was found, well, it was showed in Quadrazit's change level delay showcase video, but yeah, he actually showed there that you lose weapons during this CLD. Okay, so anyway, jump on top of this tilted door and make warp 4 save right here. After that, load your quick save and go to the trigger. Now with this trigger, make a quick save before it, and do a save warp with main 1 save, then do a save warp with warp 2 save, and then do a save warp with warp 4. And finally you end up right here. Now you just continue, do an object boost here, and yeah, go to here, make a quick save before activating this change level trigger, then make a save warp with warp 1, then make a save warp with warp 2, and then go into the next map and do a wrong warp with warp 3 using the backward trigger. Load your quick save, and finally do a save warp with warp 3, and you should end up in this freezer halfway through, being able to move. So yeah, if you're stuck in this slave, that means you've done the main save wrong. So yeah, after that just finish this level. Okay, here make a quick save before the trigger. Now do a warp 1, do a save warp with main 1 save, then load your quick save, and finally do a save warp with warp 2 save, like that. And you should end up right here, right on top of this building. Now, like, you have to do everything really quickly here, because there are these assassins that will kill you if you are slow here. So yeah, like if I make noise, I think they well, whatever. So yeah, press this valve to open the gate, and yeah, obviously make a quick save, so in case they gun you down. Okay, so anyway, now here, we want to get captured here. Okay, so here, this is another case where where the change level trigger is not activated by the player, and it is just activated by the cutscene, by the sequence. So yeah, you just have to be a little bit good at the timing of the warp here. So yeah, like after this cutscene is done, the map transition to the next level will happen, and you have to kind of catch this map transition, like that. No, actually I didn't catch it. Never mind. So yeah, like you have to catch this map transition and do a save warp with main 1 save. And my recommendation here is to press do a quick save before doing the save warp. So like, in case you don't get the save warp, like if in case you don't catch the trigger, you just load your quick save again and do the same thing. Okay, so I didn't get it again. I load my quick save, wait a little bit. Okay, I didn't get it again. Load my quick save and do the same thing. And again. Okay, finally I catched it, and yeah. After that's done, I should appear right here, and not stuck in the floor, of course. And if you're stuck in the floor, that means your main save was too low here. Okay, so after that you wanna you just wanna make your way on the pipe, and you can like try doing some jumps here, like before surfing right here. Well, I just do a strafe jump like that. So it's not really faster, but whatever. Just do whatever you want here. Okay, now here, if you have advanced save warping manager, do chain underscore reset like that, like just save load or press your key. Now here, in this spot, we want to make warp 4 save. No, never mind, warp 5 save, like that. Like the point is that on the next map, in this position, on the next map, right here, we will have to do a main save for C to A4D skip later. So yeah, and since that has to be done on the next map, right here, the only way to get to the spot is, well, it's kind of tricky, even if it's possible, to get to the spot from the pipe itself, because like there is the wind that blows you out of the pipe. So yeah, I don't think it's, well, it will be really hard to make a jump from there to here. But yeah, anyways, what you want to do here is to just make your, say, instead of like doing this tricky jump, we will just save warp from this position. So yeah, just save your warp 5 here, then go into the pipe here, make a quick save before the trigger, and then do a save warp with warp 5 like that. So yeah, and we end up on the next map right here. Okay, after that, try to like move a little bit into the corner like that, as close as possible. And then here, after that, we'll have to activate a script, which is also provided in my document thing. So yeah, right here, main save for C2A4D skip. This is also a really simple script. We just waits specific amount of frames, saves the main save, and loads your quick save, like here. Yeah, kind of simple, but still. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you where you will end up in the end. So yeah, in the end, you will end up right here. Yeah, as you can see, the room for this thing is kind of tight. So yeah, you have to be really precise with your timing here. So yeah, like if you fall too far down, you'll get stuck in the floor. So like, sorry, I screwed it up. Let me do this again. Yeah, like that. So yeah, you'll get stuck in the floor, which is bad. And if you don't fall enough, you will get stuck in the ball. Like that. So yeah. So yeah, to be able to actually get the save correctly, we're gonna use the script, which is currently bound to my function key. Or is it? Yes, it is bound. Yeah, now it is bound. Okay, so here you want to look at yaw 60. Well, it's not really precise, but yeah, just look at 60 yaw. And then I think you can also look at 70. Yeah, like probably. Okay, just look there. And then you wanna press your forward key and only then press function key. And you have to be really, really precise with your timing here. Select here. I think I didn't get it, so yeah, let me try this again. So yeah, kind of like that. And yeah, in the end, you should be able to do this. So yeah, just practice with this thing, because as I said, the timing here is really precise. So yeah, you just gotta practice this a little bit. Okay, anyways, after that, when your quick save is loaded, just go into the trigger, and here, usually in scriptless root, we would wall strafe and then like jump right here, but in scripted it is actually really hard to do, well, because you can easily like get stuck in the things here, and for some reason I'm not getting stuck here, which is kind of weird. I usually get stuck. Well, I don't know how to show this. Well, anyway, the safe route here is to just take the to just jump from here and then take this thing, just make a jump right there, like that, and yeah, just continue right here. Okay, so from now on, after you press this valve, you have to do everything really quickly, because otherwise you will lose time, and you will see why. Okay, so press this valve and quickly go upstairs on the ladder right here. Okay, now make your quick save right here, and now we will have to do a main save that is right like here, what I'm looking at right now. This main save will actually skip the main questionable ethics map, which is C2A4E, and so like hold on, like the room for the save is also very, very precise. So like I can actually demonstrate this. Like if I do it right now, like that. So yeah, as you can see right now, I am stuck in the ceiling. So yeah, this is where you appear in the end. And if I do it too low, as you can see, you will be stuck in the floor. So yeah, doing this warp is really, really tricky, and yeah, sometimes it's gonna be really, really hard to do it. But where you should aim? You should like aim for this tilted thing at the bottom. You should be like right on top of it, like right here. And the height that you should be on is defined by this line. Like if you notice this kind of black line on the wall, so yeah, you would just want to aim for that line of the height and this kind of thing. And yeah, of course you want to touch the wall. And here you want to make your warp 2 save. So yeah, it will look like something like this, I guess, like that. I probably failed it, but yeah, okay, let's try it again, like that. So yeah, just try to make save while you touch the wall, and the Gordon is at this line, and of course at on top of this thing. Okay, so after that, load your quick save and then drop down here. And right here, we're gonna take a really, really long route, like making a really, like we're gonna go right there, and then after that we'll climb right there, then climb to this thing, and after doing everything there, we will go back to this cylinder. So yeah, that's why you have to be really quick here. Okay, anyways, drop down here, and then your goal here is to climb this thing. You can probably do it normally, like that, I think. Well, but it's kind of tricky. It's kind of hard to do it like normally without any speed beforehand. But yeah, it's still possible. So what you want to do here is you want to make a pre-strafe right here, and then you'll have to land like right about here. And if you land right here, you will get a slow boost, which can sometimes be a decent boost, like now. As you can see, it almost added like 100 UPS for me. So yeah, and with this slow boost, it is really easy to dodge this thing. Okay, after you are here, you want to continue right here, and make sure that you do not get stuck right here, because getting stuck here is really annoying. But if you do get stuck here, you can drop down to here and just walk on this invisible something, on this invisible edge. And I have no idea why this edge is present here, it just is. So yeah, like just walk to this thing. But yeah, anyways, you can always like strafe jump over it. And yeah, also make sure that you do not take any damage, because you're gonna need help later. Okay, after doing that, like make a quick save right here, doesn't matter where. And now position yourself right here along this line that stands out right here. Position yourself along it and look at yaw 250, like that, 250 yaw. And now here we're gonna make another main save, which is also in the void, like in the void. Oh, not also, but it is located like in the void of this map. And if you don't know already, this map, which is C2A4 map, is one of the maps where you can freely move out of bounds, which means that like if I go out of bounds, I can just free fall here, and yeah, like that. And the thing is, there are only 5 maps in Half-Life where you can freely out of bounds, where you can freely move out of bounds, and 2 of these maps, or 4 of these maps are actually in Blast Pit. 2 of them are successive maps, 2 successive lost maps, which is C1A4J and C1A4G. And 2 of these maps are kind of side maps, which is kind of the maps, like the main Blast Pit map branches to this side maps. And yeah, we actually use one of these maps in Blast Pit to make the Blast Pit skip possible. So yeah, we just fall in the void a little bit, and using that we skip the C1A4I map, which is the map with tentacles in it. And yeah, so in Blast Pit skip we use one of these out of bounds movable maps, and here we're gonna use this map again. So yeah, here we're gonna make a main save for C2A4C skip, and this main save is also provided in my document right here. So yeah, this is the script. It also just waits specific amount of frames, and then it crouches in the void, and it does that because like in this void, if you crouch, like after falling that much in the void, you will get a lot of vertical speed. And if you do not crouch, if you just warp normally, since Save Warping preserves the speed, of course, in the end you will just die of fall damage when you finally get to the destination. However, if you crouch while being out of bounds, you will get stuck in out of bounds. So that means the game will reset all your speed, and since it also resets your vertical velocity, in the destination point you will not get any fall damage. So yeah, plus duck here is only to cancel fall damage. Okay, after ducking, it makes the save, makes the warp 4 save. Actually, I should make it bold for consistency, and then it loads your quick save. So yeah, kind of like that. So yeah, let's actually perform this. Okay, again, stand along this line and look at 250 yaw. Okay, now you have to go forward and press your function key, and currently my function key is bound to this script, and you have to press your function key like if you go forward. Okay, let me do this again. like if you go forward, as you can see, I end up in out of bounds, which like after I pass this line, I see this out of bounds with no sky. So that means I'm out of bounds. So you have to press your function key while holding W key after you are in out of bounds. If you did it before, it's 100% fail. So yeah, do not do that before. Press it after you see out of bounds. And also do not press it too late, because if you do that too late, you will also not get it. Yeah, this save is also really tight. So yeah, walk forward and press the function key after you see, after you are in out of bounds. So it will look like this, like that. And I think I pressed it too late, but okay, let's actually try this. No, I didn't press it too late. So yeah, in the end you will end up like right here, and if you do it too early, you will end up stuck in this ceiling. And because we have a lot of vertical speed, we just like, yeah, since we have a lot of vertical speed, the room is really tight, because with this vertical speed we can just fly through this distance really quick in just a few frames. So yeah, if you do it too early, you will end up stuck in the ceiling. If you do it too late, you will probably get stuck like right here inside this conveyor belt, conveyor thing. Or if you're really lucky, you can end up right here. And yeah, this never happened to me actually. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's even possible, but yeah, optimally, you will end up right in the air, falling on the conveyor belt. Okay, anyways, after you've done that, your quick save shall load, and yeah, then climb this thing, and here you want to make your warp 3 save, and this save will skip the map with Gauss cannon. So yeah, in the end will appear. Okay, let me actually replicate this warp sequence. And here, pause, wait, change level 2, C2A4F, LM2. Yeah, in the end you will end up right here in the Gauss room. So here you want to make sure that you don't make the save too far to the right, because if you do, you will end up stuck right here, or you can even end up outside of this room, which is not good. So yeah, just make your save like right here at the middle of this cliff. So yeah, make your main 3 save, and then bunny hop your way to here. So here we want to climb on top of this thing, and to do that we have to, like, if you notice, if I go to the left, as you can see, there's a brief moment where the game thinks I'm in the water, and that means I can swim up, and by swimming up I can just end up right here. But yeah, this can be kind of tricky at first, because like if you do this, you can easily get out of bounds and just fall down to hell. So yeah, just use this water to go on top of this thing. Okay, after that, you want to make a strafe jump here and then do 2 jumps, so it will go like this. Let me do this again. Strafe jump, 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 and here, after you made the second jump, make a quick save in air like that, and then fall down to here. And here we want to make another main save, which is warp 5. And this main save will just take us to the next map, like that. The problem is that we don't have the crowbar here, and since we have to break this vent, and we don't have the crowbar, it is impossible to break this vent. And that means we'll have to like use some other way to complete this map. And yeah, so you just basically want to fall down here where the maps overlap, and then with this warp 5 save you will make a simple save warp like that. But yeah, like it's sometimes really hard to say where you're actually is in out of bounds, but I can give you a hint, like focus on this pipe that is out of bounds. Like, even though it's out of bounds, you can clearly see it right now. So yeah, focus on this pipe and imagine, like, okay, I can do this. It's like look at this at the end of this pipe here. Imagine a wall parallel to this map, and which ends like right on this pipe. So imagine a wall here, a big wall that is a no to your save. So you just want to be after that, like right here. And also you have to imagine that the vent itself is quite above the ground. So yeah, and use that to make sure that you're not too high. So like, if you're above this vent, you have a really good chance that you are actually stuck in the ceiling. So yeah, I didn't get stuck now, but yeah, now I'm stuck in the ceiling. So yeah, do the save at the level of this vent or even lower. So yeah, like that. You can also try making the save right on top of this thing, so you don't have to climb the ladder, so you can just fall right here, but it's a bit more tricky. Okay, so yeah, anyways, oh, and also I forgot to say that you also have to crouch here, because if we don't crouch like that, we will die of fall damage. So yeah, crouch and then make your warp 5 save, like that. Okay, after that, load your quick save, and now you have to go down, go to the bottom of the cylinder. And I think you can do a jump bug here, like you can make a script that just makes a jump bug here, which shouldn't be a problem to you, but yeah, you can, anyways, you can just land on these lamps to prevent dying of fall damage. After that, go into this pipe, and the change level trigger to the next map is right here, right when this upstairs begins. So yeah, right here. And you wanna use this change level trigger to make a save warp with warp 1, like that, and then of course update the main save. So yeah, actually let me see if I got it. I should get it. So yeah, I got it. Nice. Okay, after that, do a save warp with warp 4, like that. Oh, sorry, I did it too late. Like that. And finally do a save warp with warp 5. Sorry, like that. To appear in the next map. Okay, now after that, you can just jump to here and just complete this normally. Doesn't matter, but if you're too good, you can do this Vason object boost using this thing. This meat or whatever it is, like that. So yeah, it may be kind of precise, but yeah. Anyways, get to the end of the level as fast as you can. And here, yeah, the change level trigger is located right here, but on the next map we have to access the backward trigger, which is right here, And to do that, we can, like, there are two ways you can access this backward trigger. You can either just go to the next map and manually go back to the trigger, or you can just use your warp 5 save and do a save warp with warp 5, like I'm gonna show now, like that. But anyways, in the end you have to make extra 1 save in front of this backward trigger. So yeah, you have to, you want to make a quick save in front of the forward trigger, and you want your extra 1 save to be in front of the backward trigger here, like that. So yeah. Okay, now load your extra 1 save and do a room warp with this trigger with warp 2 and warp 3, like that, with warp 2 and then warp 3, like that. After that, load your quick save and do a save warp with warp 1 and do a save warp with warp 4, like that. Okay, after that's done, just go to the next level. Here you can do some duck rolls on this conveyor belt. Here you can also like use some duck rolling instead of using your mouse wheel, and also the same thing here. Okay. Now here you don't have to pick up all this stuff here. You can just jump straight to the button from the outside and press it. And yeah. So anyways, go here. And on the next map, we also have to access the backward trigger, which is located right here. And as in the previous map, you can either just go to it manually, like that, or you can make a warp 5 save beforehand, right here. And after that, do a save warp right here. So anyways, you want to make extra 1 save in front of the backward trigger, and you want to make a quick save in front of your forward trigger, like that. Okay, now load your extra 1 save and okay, no mind, and do a wrong warp with warp 2, like that. Then do the same thing with warp 3, like that. After that, load your quick save and do a save warp with warp 2, like that. Do the same thing with warp 3, like that. And finally, use this forward trigger to do a save warp with warp 4. And it should take you right here. Okay, now finish this map and make a save before the forward trigger, and now go back to the backward trigger and use this backward trigger to do a home warp with main 1 save, like that. And then save warp with main 1 to here. Okay, when you're finally here, bunny hop to the end of the level and make sure that you make, if you have my advanced save warping manager, make sure that you chain underscore reset thing. So yeah, just save and load, whatever. Okay, so again, we have to access the backward trigger on the next level, which is located right here. And yeah, to do that, you can do that manually, as in the previous maps, or you can make basically a save right here, like right here, and then do a save warp with this, and finally make extra 1 save right here. Okay, so make extra 1 save in front of the backward trigger, and the quick save to be in front of the forward trigger, like that. Now load your extra 1 save and do a wrong warp with warp 2. Do the same thing with warp 3. Then load your quick save and then do a save warp with warp 3. And finally do a save warp with warp 2. And if you're lucky enough, you should end up inside of this staircase. Not staircase, but inside of this room, being able to move. Okay, so yeah, as I said, this warp chain is really precise, so yeah, you gotta be really careful with your main save. Okay, after that, the trigger to the next level is right here. So just use this trigger to do a save warp with warp 3 save, and yeah, you should end up inside this room with gauze. Okay, so from now on, there is nothing really like we won't do like any more warping from now on, but yeah, there are still some differences in this questionable ethics chapter, so I will cover it still. Okay, so like here you want to grab your gauze cannon, and then to get out of this room, since the cutscene is not started and we can't take the normal way, the best way to get out of here, I found so far, is by making a self-gauze off of this thing, like that. So yeah, if you are good enough and if you don't have any armor, you can waste 2 cells on this self-gauze, and yeah, you should just land right here. And yeah, and also a trick here, like if you stand here, you cannot... Oh, you can. Never mind. well, anyways, you cannot like go here, only if you go here. So yeah. Now you want to perform, like, you want to just jump over this thing, like right here. There's just a skybox, so that's why you don't see the thing here. So yeah, but just jump over it. And here, if you don't take, if you want to prevent your fall damage, you can just like jump on this hound die, which is like a bit tricky. You have to have some speed to do that. But you can just take fall damage. It's like, it's not that important. So yeah, just 1 or 2 damage. Oh, but you don't want to jump here, of course. Like, if you jump, it will take a lot more damage. So yeah, make a save load here to prevent hound eye attack. And now, the goal in this room, the goal here is to basically take these 2 cells right here, then take the shotgun from this guy, and take an SMG rifle from this guy and dupe 10 SMG nades from this guy. Okay, so to do that, you just basically, you wanna at first kill this guy with your secondary gauss shot, like that. You can also like use your use key to stand in a good position, like that. Okay, after that, go here and dupe some shotgun. Yeah, like, you don't have to dupe the shotgun, but it's just more convenient that later in the game you have a lot of shotgun ammo. So yeah, just dupe it if you want. Okay, after that, use your secondary fire to one-shot this dude, and then dupe 10 SMG nades out of him. Oh. Okay, so now shoot an SMG nade to kill this guy, so he doesn't shoot you. Then take these cells, and make sure that you pick up this these nades right here, because in the end of this room you want to have exactly 10 nades, and no less than that. Okay, so now get out of this crazy map. Okay, so now we are here. There are 2 strands here. If you have more or equal, like if you have your HP more or equal to 51, you pretty much have to kill all these crabs here. So yeah, you would do something like this. You would shoot the glass, then use your shotgun, combine shotgun and SMG rifle to kill all these crabs, like that. You can also like try to use 1 shotgun burst to kill 2 head crabs at a time. This may be a little bit faster. So yeah, if you have under 51 HP, you don't have to kill these crabs. So yeah, just continue to here. Okay, now here, this is actually a bad position. So here you want to stop this thing so a scientist would go through here. Now here you want to save and load, then you want to shoot from your SMG rifle to scare the scientists here, and after that, after you shoot, grab a scientist, and yeah. So after you're here, accelerate. So you just want to make it to here faster than the scientist, then shoot the SMG nade to kill these guys, and after that, lower your FPS and keep jumping. Keep jumping. And if you do everything correct, the scientist should follow you without any stopping and any struggling. And yeah, in the end they should open the scanner for you. So let me do that again. Okay, take him, now accelerate here to make it faster than the scientist. Now shoot the SMG rifle to kill these dudes, and then keep jumping. You can also like take some HP while you're jumping, it's also nice, also really convenient. And then when the scientist is here, yeah, you don't do that, of course. Okay. Now let me do that again. Okay. Okay, so yeah, he seems to be fine. Okay, from this charger you want to grab about 45 armor. 45 is like the best value. And then, yeah, just go to the next map. You can also like make a gauss boost here, like that. Okay, so yeah, this is the end of questionable ethics. And from now on, excuse me, from now on, we won't do like any save warping anymore, except the Forget About Freeman save warp. So like, yeah, there's nothing really much differences since you got to this place. The only difference is between scriptless category is that obviously you have some scripts to make your life easier. So some parts of the game can be completed a bit faster. And the other difference is that you don't have some weapons, and you don't have the crowbar, for example. Like, yeah, you don't have the crowbar. You also don't have the revolver, and you don't have the satchels. So yeah, these are basically three weapons that you would normally have these weapons in scriptless category, but we don't have them here. And yeah, due to that, there will be we'll be using some different strats later. But yeah, it's still not a problem. It's not like a really major change. But yeah, but anyway, I will still go through the late part of the game to just show all the differences. So yeah. Some gauss boost here. You can take the ladder. You can use the slope to prevent fall damage. Then right here, since you don't have the crowbar, you'll have to break these boxes with your SMG nade, and that's why you have to make sure that after questionable ethics, you have no less than 9 SMG nades with you. So yeah, use your SMG nade to break this thing. Then go to here. Yeah, and also since we don't have the satchel, we cannot do like the satchel boost right here. It is probably possible to do like this SMG nade boost, but I'm not really sure how it's done. Like, I'm not really professional at doing it. So yeah, if you know how to do this strat, you can try doing this. But yeah. So if you take this normal route, you'll have to wait until the chopper shoots rockets here, but if you are slow enough, the chopper will not shoot any rockets here. So yeah. After that, go to the secret room, take some nades here and health. If you're good enough at managing health and armor, you can try doing pipe-to-pipe strat. Which, yeah, should be possible to do in this category. I think it's too high for me. Okay, 3 armor seems to be okay. So yeah, let's try to do pipe to pipe here. Like that, should work fine. Okay. Okay, no differences here. Okay, so there's a difference here. Here you pretty much have to blow up these and this boxes with your SMG nade. It's because like you don't have the crowbar to break them normally. So yeah, like well, you can break this one with secondary shotgun shot and this one too, but yeah, it's just faster to blow them up like that. Alright. Here pretty much the same strat, using this slope. Let me redo that. I don't think it's good to hit the hornet. Okay. Not really much different here. And in this room, again, since you don't have the crowbar, you'll have to break everything with either your shotgun or the SMG rifle. So yeah. And again, since you don't have the crowbar, it would be actually really hard to take anything right here, because like each of these boxes require like a lot of damage. So yeah, it will take some time to break each of these boxes since you don't have the crowbar, and that's why it will be a lot faster to worry about your health and armor management beforehand. So yeah, like right now I can just do this boost like that, and it will look fine. Okay. Now here you can do maximum HD perfectly fine, because there are completely no differences here. Yeah. In HD you want to take, well, 8 cycles should be enough, but yeah, you can take more if you want, but I think with 8 it was fine. Okay, so I have already a save after 8 cycles. I think, yeah, it is. Okay, now after that, pretty much the same route. Okay, so now forget about Freeman. As I said, in this chapter we're gonna do forget about Freeman save warp, and this script and explanation on how to perform this save warp is also provided in my document. So yeah, right here, forget about Freeman save warp. This is the script. It just basically sets your view angles and then shots an SMG nade. Makes a jump and waits the specific amount of frames, and then obviously makes the save and loads your quick save. Performing of the script is kind of easy, so yeah, it's explained right here, but yeah, I will show that in game. Okay. Alright, so yeah, go into this chapter. You can do an object boost with this chair. It would actually, if you want to do an object boost with this chair, it would be better to use like slow object boost, oboe 800. So like that. It works okay. Now, when you're about to hear, oh, and also you don't have to pick up this Gauss ammo, because since we are doing this forget about Freeman save warp, we will actually save some Gauss ammo. Okay, so when you're about here, you want to start charging your hand grenade, and then throw them from the nade at these slaves. And you also can shoot this box right here to just get rid of the slaves. Killing the slaves is not really necessary, but it will just make the execution of this save warp much easier for you. So yeah, just throw the grenade and then shoot the explosive box. Okay, now press the valve and make your quick save after you open this thing. So yeah, make your quick save. Now after that, you want to climb right here by double ducking, and here like how to execute this script. Like, you want to stand on this railing. Yeah, let me actually kill these guys, because they're annoying. Okay, anyway, make a double duck to be on the railing, and now stay crouched. And while you are crouched, you wanna like press your S key, press your backward key, and you wanna have you want to have a full crouched speed of 106 before pressing your function key. So yeah, kind of like that. And only after you have the full speed while crouched, only after that you press your function key. It's like that. And also make sure that you, while executing this script, you do not hit your head with this concrete thing, or with this concrete support. So yeah, let me try that again. Like that. So right now it should work. So yeah, kind of like that. After that, load your quick save and go into this shaft and make a save warp with warp 1 save, like that. And you should appear on the next map right here and having your weapons. If for some reason you do not have your weapons, just redo this thing somehow, like well, if you don't have the weapons on the next map, that would usually mean that you pressed your function key too late. So like, let me try to do this now. No, not like this. I'm not sure if I can even do this. No, now it worked. Oh, also it could mean like if it also could mean that your angle is wrong. So like if you boost at this direction instead, no, not at this direction, but rather at this direction instead. No, like not that much. Like that. Oh, it also worked. Interesting. So yeah, anyway, if you somehow lose your weapons, just redo this save warp, and you should get your weapons, because like the chance that you will get your weapons is decently high. So yeah. So pretty much if you even have the wrong angle, you should still be able to keep your weapons through the level change. So yeah, this is actually really nice. Yeah, there are other strats you can use here. Like you can use other scripts which can be found in Parklez GitHub page. And the scripts can be found there are just basically normal change level delay scripts. So you just go down and then delay this change level trigger, and then go up here and then boost with hand grenade to there. But yeah, if you want, you can use normal change level delay scripts. If you want, you can even like don't do any save warping or change level delaying here, and you can just take the normal route down there. But to do the normal route, you'd have to pick up the Gauss ammo right there, like right here. So yeah, let me perform this save warp again, like that, and yeah. Okay, so this save warp actually saves quite a lot of time, and it also saves some Gauss ammo. So like, because of the save warp, you don't have to pick up your Gauss ammo at the beginning of About Freeman, which is really nice. Alright, so after that, there's nothing really much changed after that. It's like the route pretty much is the same as in Scriptless. Well, here, because you don't have the crowbar, you can just throw your hand grenade right there to break up these boxes, like right here. Ah, no, I failed it again. Yeah, right like that. And then just use your shotgun or whatever to break the boxes. Let me kill these so I don't crash the game. And yeah. Now it's really pretty much it for the route. I think there are some differences due to lack of weapons later, but yeah. If you really want to, I can just complete this run just to show. In case there's something different, I will point that out. Yeah, but yeah. The major differences are now over at this point. I failed it, and I'll have to use normal strat here. Ah. Missed the hole. Okay. Okay, I'm actually gonna enable the chat here so I can see okay. Oops. Did I have enough HP? I wonder. Well, I should have. Okay, so I think the only difference left is Nihilum. So in Nihilum, basically, the difference is that you don't have the revolver here. So, like, after I'm done killing crystals and after I use my gluon gun, here you have to combine SMG nades and shotgun, like that. Since you don't have the revolver, it may be a bit harder the first time, but yeah, you'll get used to it later. So yeah, I think that's it for the tutorial. Yeah, I think I covered everything here. So yeah, this tutorial is gonna be uploaded on YouTube. So yeah, GG. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask them right now here. Zero Cool asked, what